Finding the right folding mobility scooter in 2026 means the difference between real freedom and a machine that collects dust. Today, we cut through the noise and match you to the exact scooter your lifestyle actually needs. We have tested and researched the top folding mobility scooters on the market right now, and here is what we found. The wrong scooter does not just disappoint you. It limits where you go, what you do, and whether you even bother leaving the house. Range, weight, portability, how it handles an airline or a car trunk. These details matter more than most listings let on. So today, we rank the best options for 2026, from solid entry-level picks all the way up to the one we genuinely think earns a spot in your life. By the end, you will know exactly which scooter fits your situation and which ones to skip. If getting on a plane with your scooter is the whole point, this is where the list starts making sense. The Sugo-Go lightweight mobility scooter comes in at $599.99, and that price buys you something most scooters in this category simply cannot offer: genuine airline compatibility. The whole unit weighs just 43 pounds. That is not a rounding trick. The aluminum alloy frame and a 5-pound lithium battery are what get you there, and that battery is approved to board as carry-on. So you land, you ride. No freight hassle. No checked cargo fees. It folds in 3 steps and charges fully in about 3 hours, giving you 12.4 miles of range per charge. For a cruise port, an airport terminal, or a day at a theme park, that is more than enough. It holds up to 300 pounds, so capacity is not a concern for most riders. The 270-watt motor handles slopes up to 15 degrees, and the flat-free tires mean you are not nursing a flat in the middle of a trip. Where it sits at number 5 is honest. This is a travel-first scooter, not your everyday workhorse. The range is solid for outings, not for long daily routines. This is the one for you if travel freedom matters more than anything else on this list. If your priority is range, real, usable range for daily outdoor independence, the Waycare long-range mobility scooter at $349.99 deserves a serious look. That price gets you a scooter rated for 15 to 25 miles on a charge, which is genuinely more breathing room than most options in this category offer. It also handles up to 300 pounds, so it covers a wider range of users without compromise. The 24-volt 250-watt motor tops out around 4.97 miles per hour, and the 8-inch solid puncture-proof wheels give it confidence on uneven surfaces and inclines. The seat is oversized, nearly 20 inches long, with cushioned synthetic leather, which matters a lot on longer outings. It folds and disassembles in about 5 minutes and weighs 97 pounds total. That is on the heavier side, so you will want help loading it into a trunk. It carries ISO and CE certifications, which adds some peace of mind. Independent long-term reliability data is limited at this point, so lean on the 4.4-star rating from over 200 buyers as your real-world signal. This is the one for you if maximum range per charge is the single most important thing on your list. Next on our list is for the buyer who wants a fully loaded scooter without spending $1 more than necessary. The SKRT 4-wheel mobility scooter comes in at $319.99, and for that price, it ships with the charger included, LED headlights, a basket, cup holder, and phone holder already on board. That is a genuinely complete package out of the box. The 24-volt 12-ampere-hour battery pushes up to 15 miles on a single charge, and the speed range tops out at 4.5 miles per hour, enough for neighborhood errands or indoor facility use without feeling rushed. It holds up to 300 pounds, and the 4-wheel base with dual rear shock absorbers handles grass and uneven pavement better than you'd expect at this price. The 360-degree swivel seat is a thoughtful detail. Stepping off without twisting your back actually matters when you're using this daily. It also breaks down into 5 pieces for your trunk, which makes travel realistic, not theoretical. The rating sits at 4.3 stars across 377 reviews, which is a solid signal for a sub-$320 scooter. This is the one for you if you want a ready-to-ride, fully equipped scooter, and keeping the budget under control is non-negotiable. If your health insurance covers FSA or HSA spending, this next pick changes the math entirely. The Seriani foldable mobility scooter is priced at $329, and because it's FSA and HSA eligible, a portion of that cost could come straight from pre-tax dollars. That alone makes it worth a hard look. It carries up to 300 pounds on a four-wheel frame, so stability is not a compromise here. The folding design is the real story. It collapses down to fit in a car trunk, which means day trips, errands, and travel actually stay on the table. The 360-degree swivel seat makes getting on and off dramatically easier, especially for anyone with limited hip mobility. You also get a 15.5-mile range and a straightforward control panel with a battery display, forward and reverse, and a security key so the scooter isn't going anywhere without you. At 115 reviews and a 4.2 rating, the sample size is still building, so I'd encourage you to verify the current warranty terms before committing. This is the one for you if you have FSA or HSA funds available and need a genuinely portable four-wheeler that travels with your lifestyle. And that brings us to our number one pick. If you want the most complete package in this entire lineup, real range, real capacity, and a design that actually makes sense for daily life, the Hoverfly T4 is it. At $509.99, it earns that top spot without apology. Here is why. 12.4 miles per charge. That is not a spec you skim past. For a mobility scooter in this price range, that kind of range means grocery runs, park walks, and errand days, without the constant anxiety of running out of power halfway through. The 330-pound weight capacity is genuinely generous, and the 9-inch solid puncture-proof tires mean you are not babying this thing over every sidewalk crack. No flats, no fuss. The battery pulls out without tools and weighs 21 pounds, so recharging inside is a real option, not just a promise. Top speed sits at 3.7 miles per hour. Comfortable and controlled, exactly right for the rider this is built for. It folds down into separate pieces, compact enough for most car trunks, which matters the moment you actually want to go somewhere. Rated 4.4 out of 5 across 126 reviews, buyer confidence here is consistent. This is the one for you if you want maximum range, solid build, and a scooter that travels as freely as you do. So let's make this simple. Range, capacity, weight, price. Those four things decide your winner. If you're covering serious daily distance and weight limits matter, the top range pick earns every dollar. Mid-range options trade some distance for a lighter frame and a lower price. Solid if your commute is short and predictable. The budget entries are the lightest and easiest to carry, but you feel that compromise the moment your route gets hilly or your trip runs long. Heavier riders should prioritize rated capacity first, everything else second. Tighter budget? Match your actual commute miles to the rated range, and then add a buffer. Buying too little range is the mistake most people regret. Match your real life to the right spec, and you won't go wrong. So here is the bottom line. Every scooter in this list is the right answer for somebody. It just has to be the right somebody. Ride occasionally around town on a tight budget. Start at the entry level and do not overspend. Commute daily across longer distances. Prioritize range and build quality. Full stop. Travel constantly and need something that folds into a cab. Portability wins. Match your lifestyle first, your budget second, and the spec will follow naturally. Get that order right, and you will not regret a single dollar of it. All the links are in the description. Check current prices there. Subscribe if you want more senior mobility reviews, and drop a comment below telling me which one you're going with. I read every single one.